A generation ago, U.S.-Soviet arms talks were big news, but no longer, not since the end of the Cold War. But of course, the United States and Russia remain the world's two great nuclear powers, and any arms talks between the two countries are significant. With that in mind, we are joined tonight from Washington by Daryl Kimball. He is the Executive Director of the Arms Control Association, a private group dedicated to education about and support of arms control. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Give us a sense of the size of the nuclear arsenals of both countries and how they have grown or contracted over the years.
Well, it's been 15 years since the end of the Cold War, but the United States and Russia still deploy thousands of strategic nuclear weapons against one another, many of which are on high alert, ready to go at just a few moments' notice. And the United States right now deploys about 2,200 strategic nuclear warheads. Russia has slightly more, somewhere around 2,500. The numbers are not exactly known, but both sides have thousands more warheads in reserve, and Russia and the U.S. also have tactical warheads that were designed for long ago for battlefield use. So the numbers are still very large and must be and should be reduced.
Well, since we're no longer in the middle of a Cold War, why does either country really need to be armed to that kind of extent?
Well, in our view, they don't need to have that large a number of nuclear weapons. The U.S. and Russia have 95% of the world's nuclear weapons. The next largest nuclear arsenal is France's, which is around 300 nuclear bombs. So given that we're no longer enemies, we may not exactly be friends, the United States and Russia can significantly reduce their nuclear arsenals. The difficulty is in moving the bureaucracies and the military establishments of both countries in that direction, and also concluding an agreement by the end of this year, as the two presidents have said, which leaves very little time to deal with some of the big issues.
Well, we reported yesterday that the START treaty, reducing nuclear weaponry, as you've just mentioned there, is about to expire. What would happen if it did?
Well, this treaty, even though it's quite old, still provides the United States and Russia predictability and transparency about one another's nuclear weapons arsenals. The treaty established a very extensive monitoring and verification system, information exchanges, that is still extremely valuable for both sides. Without this treaty and those provisions, there would be much more uncertainty, and the already difficult U.S.-Russian relationship would have many more problems.
We only have about 30 seconds left. Do you expect these negotiations to be difficult, contentious?
Well, they're going to be difficult, but I think it is likely they're going to conclude a new agreement by the end of this year. I think we can expect both sides to reduce the total number of strategic warheads to about 1,500 each with new verification provisions. What's important to look for, however, is whether they're going to go for deeper cuts in the months beyond. And perhaps we'll hear about that this week.
Daryl Kimball, thank you very much.
Thank you.